Hello, welcome to Actor Studio. I'm James Plimpton. At age 45, starring almost 37 movies. Please welcome our guest, John Christopher Depp. So, how are you doing today?
I'm fine, James. How are you?
Johnny, I'm sure you didn't always want to be an actor. What were some of your goals and dreams before becoming big?
Well, I dropped out of school at 16 to play with my band in LA, the Kids. And we opened for some bands, and we became pretty big. We just never made it at that point. But I always played guitar and never left my room, so I just wanted to be a musical artist, you know?
That's very cool. Well, people are always curious about stars growing up in their early years. What was your childhood like? And did your family, pursue your goals?
Like I said, most of the time I was playing guitar, but I was a mess as a kid. I was one of those kids that parents don't want.
Mm-hmm.
At age 12, I smoked. At age 13, I lost my virginity. At age 14, I smoked every drug imaginable. So, yeah, I've gone through a lot.
Wow.
And, my family never pushed me towards stardom. They just always wanted me to be happy, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Like families do. They just want the best for me.
Mm-hmm. Well, we all acknowledge being famous has its perks. What are the best things that happened to you through this journey?
Well, I wouldn't necessarily call them perks. They're just things that happen along the way. I've gotten to meet people that inspire me, like Tim Burton and Marlon Brando, people that everyone dreams to work with. And I got to meet my beautiful Vanessa Paradis and other cool people. It was just awesome. I've also made enough money to support my mom because when I was younger, she always waitressed every day of her life since before she was 16. And I've always just wanted to support her so she didn't have to waitress. So
yeah,
that was helpful.
Well, you said earlier, Vanessa Paradis. You're not married to her, but you have her children. Have you ever been married, and are you happy with your lover now?
No, I'm not married to Vanessa Paradis, but I love our beautiful children. And yes, I have been married before when I was 22 to a girl named Laurie Anderson, and it just didn't work out.
Well, now we're all aware that you have played in many roles and have turned down many roles. What were your most memorable ones?
Well, one of my most memorable was Ed Wood, and that reflected my life a lot. And it was just an interesting character and a fun part to play. But it's just a great movie. But I've also loved doing Edward Scissorhands. It was a challenging and unique role. I was a main character with very few lines and so much costume and so much trying. And there I met one of my first loves, Winona Ryder, yes. She's just a great person, and I'm glad we met on that set.
Yeah. Well, I'm still very curious about your home, family, and love life. You're engaged to Winona and are currently engaged to Vanessa, but what other engagements and kids?
Well, my previous engagements were to Jennifer Grey, obviously Winona Ryder, and Kate Moss.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, 1983 to 1985, I was married to Laurie Anderson. I was 22. And I had fathered two beautiful children with Vanessa Paradis, Lily Rose Melody, born 1999, and Jack, born in 2002.
Great kids.
I love them. They're beautiful.
You starred in a teenage movie and starred in 21 Jump Street, but why did you continue being a teen idol?
I never wanted to be that guy where a parent would walk in the room and see the hot body on the wall. I didn't want girls to think of me that way. I wanted to be famous for my work and not my looks. So, I don't know, it just didn't interest me. I wanted to do movies, and I'm very picky on my roles.
Yeah.
As you know, I've turned down some great roles that are hits because I want to do things that interest me and that people, when they call me in for a movie, they won't say, oh, he's going to be a stuck-up teen idol. Instead, they'll say, yeah, he's a very nice, respectable man.
And you do notice that connection through the screen when you play in your movies. So
Yes.
You probably do pick.
Definitely. And people respect me, and all my roles have been great.
Yeah. Well, speaking of great roles, you starred as Jack Sparrow in Pirates of the Caribbean 1, 2, and 3. And it seemed to be a hard journey. What was it like playing the legendary Captain Jack?
Captain Jack was a very fun and interesting role. I made him my own. They just wanted a captain. They didn't even want him to be one of the main characters. They just wanted him to be there.
Mm-hmm.
But I wanted him to have that uniqueness, because every character was there, of course. But I want that uniqueness where you say, oh yeah, that's Captain Jack Sparrow. And I would always get called daily. Is he gay? Is he drunk? I mean, what's going on with this character? And they were going to cut Jack and I out of the second film. They were even going to cut me out of the first film, but it just became too late. And it drew in such a crowd, and Jack was just such a good character to the movie that they kept him, and now he's like the most popular male in that movie.
Well, it is the most popular. Well, it must have been very popular because they have made an action figure out of it.
Yeah.
It's the first one ever made.
Oh look, it looks like me.
but
yeah, this is from the first movie. As you can see, I don't have the eyes on my face or any of the things from the second and third movie. And it's just cool playing a role that interests so many boys and girls, because everybody wants to be a pirate, especially a drunken one who gets a lot of booty.
Get it? Booty. Because, like, it's... Yeah. So you work with Tim Burton. That must have been exciting.
Yeah.
Some of the films have been Nightmare on Elm Street, Edward Scissorhands, Corpse Bride, and your recent one, Sweeney Todd. Which one's your favorite?
I can't pick a favorite of his, but I really enjoyed doing The Corpse Bride because every actor dreams of doing animation.
That was your first one, right?
Yeah, it was my first animation, and it was a lot of fun, and the cast was fun, and we could come to work in pajamas half dead. As long as we got the voice right and on cue, it was perfect. It was like
awesome.
Every actor's dream.
That's cool.
Yeah.
You starred in Sweeney Todd, like I said. What was your favorite part in that film?
Well, there's so many good parts. That film has a lot of meaning for a frightening musical, but I guess it would have to be where Sweeney comes back from being lost at sea to his duplex, which he lived in 20 years previously. And he goes up to his apartment and goes under the board and finds his razor blade, and he sings the song My Friend. Yeah. And that was just a good scene because he was so lonely in the world, but his blades made him feel complete. His right arm wasn't complete until he had his blade.
Wow. Well, I see you brought your guitar.
Yeah, I did. It was my first guitar ever. Of course, I got a new neck put on it, and I made it much nicer. I made it electric.
Wow. Can you play something?
I'll play a little bit from one of our songs when we were in the kids. This was my favorite.
Wow. It's so much cool.
Thank you.
Well, that's all we have time for today on Inside the Actor Studio. Join us next time. See you.